the Liver King saw all the backlash that he was getting and decided to make an apology. And even though it's probably one of the better apologies I've seen from any type of influencer, there still were some problems with it. He seems to divert blame a little bit, where there really isn't room for that. And what he's claiming to have as a cause is just really weird. So without further ado, let's just get right into it.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous. And after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous. And I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye.
So already a couple problems, and we're only 33 seconds in. You clearly expected to have some sort of exposure because you titled yourself Liver King in your emails. Yeah, that in his emails. So you clearly had an idea of this character that you were going to portray long before you decided to do it. And then you started doing interviews and putting out videos and trying to build up this persona. Like, it was definitely your goal to do this. That's fine. It's okay. Also, dude, if there's any time for you to put a shirt on, this is the time, bro. This is 100% the time. Like, you're apologizing for something and you're hulked out. Like, you look insanely yoked. Like, I'm not trying to hate or anything, but like, bro, just put a shirt on, bro. Like, it's, and also he's delivering all these lines like he's doing like a wrestling promo. Like, it's just so weird. Primals, I got caught using performance enhancing drugs. This was wrong.
It's been tricky as fuck to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong. And I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
Also, before I even respond to that clip, yes, I do know that he is only in your left earbud if you are using earbuds. It's an easy fix, but I just wanted you to listen to the audio unbastardized in the original way that it was intended. I do appreciate that he decided to be like, oh, okay, I did wrong. Okay, I admit that. I used performance enhancing drugs, even though I said I didn't. Like, that's, admirable. The fact that he was able to come out and be like, I did this, it was wrong, and I'm gonna elaborate. What he ends up elaborating to isn't very good, but at least he's offering some sort of explanation. At least he's trying. I think he just did it because he felt like his production in terms of like lifting was dropping off because he was getting old like everybody does, and he refused to give in to father time and decided to enhance.
Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist.
Now, if this was your cornerstone issue, you would think you would talk about it a little bit more. And granted, I haven't watched all of Liver King's videos, nor do I plan to. But from the stuff I've seen of him, mostly it's him talking about how he's, gonna eat bull testicles. It's not how he, wants to deter the suicide rate. He has never said anything of the sort. And the fact that he's coming up with that now just feels a little off to me. I'm not saying that he's lying, but the way he is presenting it sounds like he's lying. Genuinely. It sort of feels like something he asked his team, like, oh, what would be a good thing for me to say? Oh, this is my reason for starting off. And they were like, oh, suicide prevention. And he was like, oh yeah, great, we'll go with that. Like, at what point has your message been about, oh, okay, I'm going to spread the news of suicide prevention? Because everything I saw from him did not clue me into that. It was cluing me into raw meat and running around with 100-pound backpacks. I don't know. It just seems off to me.
While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I'd ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie. I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation.
Well, I can tell you who you're cheating. You're cheating the people who spend their time now trying to live like you and have decided, oh, okay, I'm going to live by these ancestral tenets. I'm going to eat raw meat. I'm going to work out 2 times a day. I'm going to take these supplements that this guy is selling, because if he's selling them, he's using them. That's who you're cheating. And then as they go on and they obviously don't see results, they're going to start to lose heart. They're going to be like, oh man, my body, I just have bad genetics. I can't believe this. Whole time, the only problem that they have is that they don't have, thousands to spend on pharmaceutical steroids. That's it. Other than that, they're the same as you. It's unfortunate that you decided to mislead people in order to protect them, to uplift them. It's really weird. I don't know how you could convince yourself that, oh, that has nothing to do. Like, you're selling an image that's contrary to what you're doing. Clearly these things are correlated. Like, please think about this before you go diving headfirst into it. Genuinely, like, how could you think that, oh man, these things just aren't correlated? Like, the fact that you would even entertain that idea is ridiculous to me. But I don't know, maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe, he's got this last little missing piece of the puzzle. But as far as I see it, he's just saying nonsense at this point. So
I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs. I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys. So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole.
Wow, it really sucks for you that you had the consequences of your actions catch up to you. That's really unfortunate. Wow. In all seriousness, he's just making it worse for these 15-year-old boys that he's claiming to, be like. Dude, if they're obviously going to try to work like you, if they're going to look up to you, they're going to try to work as hard as you, and then they're going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. I'm not getting the same results. This guy's so jacked. Oh, well, I guess I gotta just buy more supplements. Like, come on, dude. Really? Like, I can appreciate you coming out and saying, hey, I lied. But just leave it at that, please. Because all of this waffling and, oh, well, I did it for suicide prevention, and I wanted to set an example for these 15-year-old boys, and I was thought that it was not contrary to the ancestral lifestyle, even though nobody in ancient Greece or any of the Spartans were in ancient Greece, jeez, But none of those people had PEDs. But I didn't think about that. I just wanted to get yoked, bro. Like, come on. Honestly, like, I don't think Liver King's a bad guy. I just think he's made a series of dumb decisions, one after another, and now they're catching up to him. And it's unfortunate that he's losing a lot of his credibility, but at the same time, he clearly and obviously brought it down on himself. So I don't feel super bad for him. Alright, thank you all for watching so much. I really and truly appreciate it. Goodbye.